A $60 million expansion project at Dassault Falcon jet announced earlier this week has a number of repercussions for the Arkansas aviation and manufacturing industries. Here to talk business is Grant Tennille, Director of the Arkansas Economic Development Commission. Welcome back to the program.
Thanks for having me, Robbie.
Always good to have you with us. This is a huge investment. $60 million does not come along every day. You kind of take those anytime that they come along. Obviously good in the short run. Why is it good in the long run?
Well, the reason that we were so intent upon getting this deal done is the long-term impact. As you know, the private aviation industry has taken a hammering during the recession on a global basis. And really, on the high-end private jet market, two companies have emerged, Gulfstream and Dassault Falcon Jet. Dassault is a survivor. They're going to be in the market for a long time. This was a very competitive project. Because Dassault is a plum, there were other states going after this expansion very hard, particularly on the East Coast in both North and South Carolina. Dassault made it clear to us from the beginning that this was going to be a competitive situation. We knew that if we lost this, that it would be an immediate 420 job hit to Dassault's Little Rock operation.
Now, why is that? What happens? So they build a new state-of-the-art facility that can accommodate those workers, or they have to ship that business?
They build a new state-of-the-art facility that can accommodate those workers, and they begin to shift those employees into that facility. And as we've seen often with other manufacturing facilities here in the state, once you start to lose, it becomes an inevitability. Mm-hmm. And over time, attrition sets in and you just start to lose more and lose more and lose more. This expansion by Dassault will make this the largest Dassault facility in the world. It secures Dassault's presence in Little Rock very likely for the next 50 years.
So why did Little Rock win out? If you had this ultra competitive nature for this project and you had North and South Carolina competing for it heavily, was it just the fact that they already had operations here?
That actually, at first, was something that we had to overcome. Dassault had concerns about putting too many eggs in one basket relative to natural disasters, among other things. There was some concern that a large storm could come, cripple this facility, and that they would be crippled in the United States as a result. We did a lot of work to show the models that indicated that that was not particularly likely to happen, and just as likely to happen with a hurricane in the Carolinas as it is with a tornado in Arkansas. But we won for a couple of reasons. We won because Dassault is very comfortable with this workforce. They know it well. They've been here for many years in business. They're not just comfortable with their existing workforce, they're comfortable with the mechanisms that we've put in place with Pulaski Tech, with UALR and others to continue to produce workforce for them into the future. And we also won because of a great partnership between the state and the airport. Can't say enough about Ron Matthew and his team over there and their willingness to get creative, to do the things that they needed to do to make this an attractive prospect for Dassault.
There were plenty of incentives tied to this to retain those jobs and to allow for this expansion from the airport, from the state. I think there was a little bit of city money involved in this as well. Is that just the way the game is played now, or
Absolutely.
Was there a little bit of this is going to cost us to keep these jobs?
We knew it was going to cost us to keep these jobs, but we did some innovative things that we haven't done before. We applied the Create Rebate incentive, which gives a company back a percentage of their wage withholding for each job that they maintain for a certain period of time. We allowed those jobs that we will retain, those 420 jobs, if they will keep them here for a 10-year period, they can collect that Create Rebate during that time. Now, they have to prove it to us every year. The other thing that we know, they're building a 14-bay hangar out there, and they're building it to service what they've got now. Plus, this will become the maintenance and the finishing facility for the new jet that they plan to unveil in October at the air show in Las Vegas. We know that there are new jobs coming. They have admitted, we just don't know what the timetable is.
And you don't know how many at this point?
We think it'll be roughly 300 over the next few years, but we don't have a definite timetable.
What's happening in the international aviation jet business? You mentioned Dassault is one of two companies that are kind of left standing after the recession. Where's the demand coming from?
The demand is coming from a lot of the places that you would imagine it's coming from. It's coming right now heavily from China and the Middle East. In fact, I think the Dassault people will tell you that their China business over the last few years has really picked up. These are not impulse buys. This is a $60 million purchase.
Have you ever flown on one of them?
I have never flown on one.
Oh, come on. You got to have contacts, you know?
In fact, they make us wear booties and all kinds of protective gear just to step on one.
We've got about 60, 90 seconds left. Let's talk about another economic development, not announcement, but something that has been in the works here. Remington Arms Company, a $32 million expansion. What's been the state's role in that? Why have we not heard a little bit more from the state on that front?
Well, we have been in the process of working through this expansion with Remington, dotting the I's, crossing the T's. In terms of their internal pressures, the NRA convention was the right time for them to start making some noise about that. Our deal wasn't absolutely final at that point. We are participating. We believe that they will break ground before the end of this year. They want to be complete on a new facility by the end of 2014. Good jobs, paying right at the statewide average wage, and there will be a number of them. That's all I can say at this point.
All right. He's Grant Tennille. He's the director of the Arkansas Economic Development Commission. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Always good to have you.